One of these covers was made by me. The other one was made by a designer. Can you guess which one is which? When designing a book cover, authors can pursue one of either two options. They can do it themselves or they can hire someone to do it for them. In this video, I'll be talking a little bit about what each option entails, and I'll also be sharing some useful resources with you guys. So without further ado, let's get to it. Originally, I wanted to create the cover for my debut novel, Capering on Glass Bridges. I wanted to do this mainly because I didn't have the resources that I presently have at my disposal. What resources, you ask? Information. I had no idea where to go or who to go to in order to have a decent cover made, and for some reason, my solution to the aforementioned problem was to just go ahead and create a cover on my own. The results were atrocious, and that is putting it mildly. I mean, every last cover I made was just so aesthetically displeasing. For teaching purposes, we can call it a primer in what not to do. I'll go ahead and insert some of the covers that I made right around here, so just right around in this area. As I mentioned, these covers are very ugly, and so if you feel the need to avert your eyes, please don't be shy about it. Go ahead, look away. I know, I understand. It physically hurts to look at these covers, so just close your eyes. I'll tell you when it's safe to look, okay? Don't open them yet, not yet. Okay, it's safe. You can open your eyes now. As I mentioned earlier, I had no idea what I was doing. I erroneously thought that I couldn't use any copyrighted images in my cover, so I was basically just importing into Photoshop images that either I or my parents had taken and subsequently editing them. For reasons which I'm sure are apparent, I was not keen on publishing my novel with any of the covers that I had created, and so I went online and started searching for designers. I came across a site called Fiverr. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, Fiverr is basically a site wherein freelancers offer their services. And so I started looking through the profiles of various artists before I found one by the name of Vicky, and I was able to look at Vicky's most recent projects. I liked what I saw, and so I went ahead and contacted her. I placed my order on August 7th, 2015, and by August 21st, I had my completed book cover. In terms of cost, I paid $52.50 for my cover, and that's $52.50, not $5,250. No. I was and still am very happy with the cover. It's the one that appears on the actual book itself. As I mentioned, there are many designers on Fiverr, so it's definitely something that indie authors might want to check out. I know it's possible to get a decent looking cover paying less than what I paid. So again, definitely something that you might want to check out. By the time I was ready to publish the Yesterdays of Tomorrow, I wanted to give the whole do-it-yourself route of creating a book cover another try. I'd learned so much since publishing Capering on Glass Bridges that I was confident enough in my skills to try again. I'd also become more informed about copyright and just how it works. Just like books and movies, photos and images can be copyrighted. When you're putting your book cover together, you want to take care to ensure that you're not infringing upon another person or entity's copyright. You might be asking yourself, how do I do this? How do I make sure that I'm using the proper, legally speaking, photos in my book cover? Well, you're gonna want to pay close attention to the terms of your image's license. Personally, I recommend seeking out royalty-free stock images. Royalty-free stock images are basically images that you're able to use legally over and over again without having to pay the entity or the person who owns the copyright every single time you use the image. So for instance, if you use a royalty-free image in your book cover, you won't have to pay the person or entity who owns the copyright every single time you print a copy of your book. Does this mean that royalty-free images are free? Not necessarily. Some of them are free, but some of them require that you pay a one-time fee. A great site for finding royalty-free stock images is Shutterstock. That's actually where I found the 4 pics that I used in the Yesterdays of Tomorrow's jacket. As far as costs are concerned, I paid $44 for a package which enabled me to download up to 5 images. So I wound up saving a little bit of money. It wound up being a little bit cheaper than having someone create the cover for me. Also, surprisingly and fortunately, I was able to get the cover just right on my first try for the Yesterdays of Tomorrow. So unlike with Capering on Glass Bridges, there was no version B, C, or D of the cover. There's just this one. So that's basically all I have to show you guys for the Yesterdays of Tomorrow. Back to acquiring royalty-free stock images. Other sites you may want to check out include iStock, CanStock Photo, Getty Images, ImageZoo, Big Stock Photo, and Dreamstime. I haven't used the sites I just mentioned, but I have heard of them, so again, maybe it's something you want to look into. Also, there are some sites out there which offer free royalty-free stock images. In this group, you have sites like RGB Stock, Flickr, Pixabay, and stock.exchange. That's stock dot the letter X and then change without the E. I've incorporated a few images from Pixabay into certain blog posts of mine, and one of the things I've noticed, and this may or may not be true about other sites which offer free royalty-free stock images, is that Pixabay releases their images under one of 6 Creative Commons licenses, and these licenses restrict the circumstances or contexts in which a given image can be utilized. So you're going to want to be mindful of this if you plan on visiting sites like Pixabay. In the description bar of this video, I've included a link that'll take you to a page which examines the terms and restrictions of the 6 Creative Commons licenses. Alright, I think that's it for this video. I feel as though I've covered everything I wanted to cover. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, feel free to subscribe. As always, if there's anything specific that you guys want to see me cover in future videos, please do not hesitate to let me know down in the comment section. So thank you guys for watching, and bye!